Welcome students, this is a new class for transmission of heat, and during this class we will discuss about how the heat transfers from one place to another. What's the basic mechanism behind the transmission of the heat? Transmission of the heat can be transmitted from one object to another object by the following three methods. Number one is conduction, number two is convection, and number three is radiation. Before I start this chapter, let's consider a simplest type of the example from your class to understand the transmission of the heat. Similar process takes place. Similar is the technique which takes place during the transfer of heat in solids, liquid, and gases. Suppose your teacher is standing in front of you in the class, and there are 30 rows of your class. A teacher goes to the front row and gives his marker to the first boy, and he says that don't change your seat, let transfer it up to the last one. He will continue sitting on his own chair. He will transfer his marker to the neighboring neighbors and so on. By this way, the marker is transferred from first to the last in the corner without changing the place or the position of a person. So this type of process, in case of the heat, if you consider the wires are linked with atoms, and atoms remains at their own position or the place, but the heat is transferred from one end up to the other end. So this is basically concept of conduction. But if the teacher is not going to involve any one of you from the class, he himself walks from the front of the class, moves to the back side of the class, and hand over this marker to the last boy sitting in the class. So basically, teacher is changing his position. He is himself involved. Such type of transfer of the heat sense in case of transfer of heat is takes place in case of liquids where the molecules change their position. Number three is basically radiation. And radiation, there is no one involved in between a teacher and a student. The student to whom the teacher wants to give the marker. So he stands in front of the class and throws it directly to the boy. And by this way, the boy is able to catch that marker. In between, there is no any type of the medium. So this type of mode of transfer in case of heat transfer is radiation. So let's start one by one. First of all, we will study about conduction, then we will study about convection, and at the end, we will study about radiation. Heat can be transferred from one object to another by the following process of the methods: convection, conduction, convection, and radiation. First of all, we study about conduction. Conduction is the process by which the heat transfer of the heat takes place. Let's use the highlighter. Yes. So the transfer of heat, this one we are studying conduction, and in case of conduction, the process in which heat is transferred from one body to another body by the interaction of the molecule and the electrons is called conduction. Here, this type of transfer of heat medium is very much required. Mostly it takes place in case of solids. Mechanism of conduction of heat. Conduction of heat can occur by two ways. Number, if you look at the carbon atoms, what's going on in case of carbon atoms? You see the atoms of the molecules are at their own place or the position, but due to the vibration of these atoms, they transfer the heat. If you look at what's going on, you start hitting at one end of a conductor, and after hitting this end of the conductor, the atoms at their own position or the place, they gain this energy, they start their vibrational motion, and by this way transfer they transfer the disturbance from one end to the other end, and they remains atoms remains their own position, but by this way the heat is transferred from one end to the other end. This type of transfer of heat is called conduction. So here it is, the vibration of the atoms in matter. We know that the iron rod is consists of atoms are tightly bound with each other. These atoms vibrate at their mean position. If we heat one end of iron rod, other end becomes hot. After some time during the heating, the atoms absorb heat and their vibration increases. Due to the increase in vibration, the amplitude of atoms also increases, and thus they collide with neighboring atoms and transmit the absorbed heat. In this way, the transfer of the heat takes place in the atoms. So if you look at what was there, you look at this is the portion where heat is supplied. You are supplying heat on this end you are supplying heat, and the atoms from this end are getting a amount of heat energy. They start their vibration or the oscillation at their own place. They collide with the neighboring atoms. By this way, the heat energy is transferred from one end to the last end. So it happens in case of solids and the metals. So here it is. Next is the presence of free electrons in the metal. The metal contains free electrons which are not under influence of a particular atom. In heated region, energy of these electrons increases. The high energy electron interact with the neighboring molecule and impact their energy. Moreover, the kinetic energy of the molecules heated portion also increases. So this is the reason where what is happening for the heated portion of the atoms also molecules energy also increases. These strongly vibrate molecules also transfer some energy to the neighboring molecule, which we have seen in the video. Insulators such as wood and plastic do not have this sea of electrons. This is the question why insulators are poor conductor of heat and electricity, which is why they do not conduct heat as well as metals as metals do. Metals have free electrons. Metals have vibrations. So that's why when you heat one end of a conductor, the heat is transferred from one end to the other end. So why does metal feel colder than wood if they are both have the same temperature? So here is the reason. Metal is a conductor, wood is an insulator. Metal conduct the heat away from your hand. Wood does not conduct heat away from your hand as well as the metal. So the wood feels warmer than the metal. Why? Because metal are the conductors and they conduct heat away from your hand. The wood is insulator, so wood is unable to conduct heat from your hand. So this is the reason. Important point: transfer of heat by conduction takes place only in solid, because molecules of the solid materials are close to each other, as you have seen in video. And I have given you example of the student sitting in the class. The teacher is interested to transfer or the move a marker up to the last boy sitting in the class. So he will hand over to the number one student sitting in the first row. He will continue sitting on his seat, but he will transfer his book or the marker or whatsoever it is to the next one and so on. By this way, everyone is sitting at his own seat, but the marker is transferred to the last one. So this is the same concept of transfer of the heat, where the atoms remain at their own place or position, but the heat is transferred from one end to another end. Liquids and gases are poor conductors of heat because molecules of liquid and gases are apart. Apart the molecules are, less is the possibility of transfer of the heat. So transfer of heat is more perfect in case of conductors. Substances through which heat can be transferred uh, by conduction process are called good conductors. The metals are very good conductor of heat because metals contains large number of free electrons. Electrons are also playing very much important role in transfer of heat energy from one end to another. Substances through which heat cannot be transferred are called non-conductor or insulators. What are the examples of insulators? These are wood, cotton, wool, rubber, glass. These are the examples of poor conductor. Good heat conductors are also good electrical conductors. This is another important point to remember. Those types of the substances which can conduct heat easily, they can conduct electricity as well. So with this, we end up our class. I thank you very much for your patience. Hope you people have understood and enjoyed.